So in this video, we're going to be actually, before we get to the video, make sure you subscribe, guys. I noticed I got 0 subscribers. I mean, I started this channel like 8 months ago, but I wasn't posting, you know, life happens. So I'm back at it. So please subscribe. I'll be dropping these every day. I'll be dropping these videos every day. So today we're going to be looking at Ayman Ghazi's 5 money principles that will make anyone rich in their 20s. Let's see what he got to say.
So, you want to become a millionaire in your 20s.
Well,
these are the 5 lessons that, when implemented, will not only put you on the path towards becoming a millionaire, but also allow you to level up as a person. You see, it's one thing to become rich later in life, but becoming rich in your teens and even 20s will unlock a level.
We don't want to get rich when we're 60, man. I'm not trying to do that. Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett, get rich in your 60s with a can and you can't even go nowhere. You know what I mean?
Not simply because of the money, but because of the person you need to become to earn that money.
Who do I need to become, Imani? Let me know who I need to become so I can pull out in a Maybach like you, pull up in a Rolls Royce in Dubai just like you, Imani. Let me know, who do I need to become? Do I need to shave this mohawk?
I mean, take it from me. I made my first $1 million in profit at the age of 18. And honestly, the biggest lesson I've learned in the last few years is that there are truly a million ways to make $1 million. And that...
There's a million ways to die too. Just kidding.
Is why the first lesson is don't be afraid to try making money in different ways. Now,
first lesson, don't be afraid to make money in different ways. That's true.
Now, I told you that there are a million ways to make $1 million, and that is true, but it's not the whole truth. You see, about 900...
So what's the whole truth, bro? That suspense, that curiosity, that stick in this video and I'll let you know what's true, right? Let's see.
99,000 of those are unnecessarily difficult, maybe even more than that. Yet, there are more than enough ways to make money that, although may not be easy, are very, very, very simple. Now, I've made millions of dollars through half a dozen ways, and having been in the space...
Nothing's simple, bro. Nothing's simple, bro.
For 10 years now, I've seen so many different things work for different people. One of the biggest mistakes people make is trying to force their way with one money-making method. And that's not to say that you don't need consistency and tenacity when it comes to making money. But you sometimes also need to realize that not every method will work for every person. And sometimes it's better...
That's so true, man. Everybody has a different skill that they have, so use your skill, you know what I mean? Use your skill. I know how to do videos and stuff, so that's why I do wedding videos, I do music videos, I do corporate videos, I do all kind of video work because I know how to do videos. I know how to edit, I know how to do all these things, so that's kind of, you know, that's kind of part of my skill. There are people who know how to do finance and, you know, credit cards and all these things, so use what you know, use your skill to your advantage, you know what I'm saying?
To simply figure out what works best for you rather than keep hitting your head against the wall trying to do a method that maybe works for someone else. And that's why I keep saying, don't be afraid to make money in many different ways. Try different things, acquire different skills, and eventually put many different skills together. Why do you think I keep telling you just to put one foot forward in front of the other? It's because at your stage, you need to always be doing and always be learning. And before being able to earn your first $1 million, you need to earn your first $100,000. And before your first $100,000, you need to earn your first $10,000. And earning your first $10,000...
That's so true. A lot of people say, oh, I want to make $1 million. You ain't even got $1,000 in your account, bruh. Like, you ain't even got that. So first aim for 1,000. Matter of fact, aim for 100. Matter of fact, aim for $10. Let me make my first $10. Let me make my first $100. Let me make my first 1,000. Then let me make my first 5K. Let me make my first, I mean, people always shoot there. First, get those, you know, step by step, bruh. Builds the tub, drop by drop.
All starts with earning your first $1,000 online. And if you thought there were many ways to make $1 million, there are even more ways to make 1,000. And that's why I've distilled it to its most basic.
So true.
So much so that I've set out to prove that anyone can make their first $1,000 online with this system. And to prove exactly that, I've launched Digital Launchpad. For
what system? You trying to sell me something, money?
Just $37 a month or 74 cents per day if you go for the yearly plan and get a 40% discount.
So that's how he's trying to make his first 1,000 or a couple thousand a month. I mean, he's making money, so, you know, hey.
You will get access to everything you need to make your first $1,000. You're immediately going to have 3 different pathways taught by 3 different experts. And you're also going to unlock an extra 4 bonus programs.
So basically, he's pushing his platform.
And additionally, for the rest of this...
That educate platform.
year, we are launching one additional program every single month. That's going to teach you either how to make money online, network better, train better, dress better.
Okay, Imani, let me get to the next one, man. I don't want to, get to you selling me what you selling me what you selling. Let me get to number 2.
Is that you don't actually have business problems. You have personal problems manifesting in your business.
Okay, well, you don't have business problems, you have personal problems, which is true. A lot of us procrastinate. That's my problem. That's my personal problem, is procrastinating. That's why, like this channel, my last video was 8 months ago, procrastinating. You know what I mean? So right now, I'm trying to like stop procrastinating. That's my personal problem. So work on your personal problems. What's your personal problems? Maybe it's watching porn every day. You know what I mean? And you can't do anything else because you out there making the keyboard sticky.
And let me explain what I mean. You see, a lot of the times, especially earlier on in your career, people struggle to get to the next level. And when they struggle, they look for reasons. Except there aren't really any reasons. They're just scapegoats. Oh, the business model
Excuses.
doesn't scale. Oh, my niche doesn't work. Oh, there just aren't any good products. Whatever they say the problem is, it usually isn't. Instead, the problem is much more deep-rooted. Because the problem is with themselves. And I know what that's like because I had this in the beginning. You know, it's funny, when I was first getting started in business, I thought that my young age had something to do with the fact that I was struggling. And then I had to have a very sobering conversation with myself and realize that it wasn't my age. That was just an excuse I was making. It was the fact that I did not understand my market well enough. I did not understand how to put together a good offer. So whether that be a good service or a good product. At the time, I had a service-based business. And it's so funny because one day I woke up and I decided I am going to take full fucking responsibility for everything that's happening in my life.
Did you have to curse though, bro?
And when that happened, 90 days later, I was making $15,000 a month profit at the age of 17. It's very funny how that works, isn't it? Because 90 days prior, I thought it was all my age, but 90 days later, it seemed like it was no problem at all. It's not like all of a sudden I grew that much, my face aged, nothing. No, it was all in my head. It was simply a personal problem or a personal belief or a personal worldview that was manifesting in the business. And that's why I knew I had to change my own ways in order to progress in my business. And that was just one example. There was many other examples. I knew I had to change my own ways in order to progress in my business. And so I'll give you a few more examples to illustrate this point. For one, I knew I wouldn't be able to focus as well if my phone was on the desk next to me. So that's why from the age of 17 until 21, I did not check my phone for the first 4 to 5 hours a day. And in order to make sure I didn't slip
TikTok.
up, I actually put my phone in a vault I had in my house. And then I would have a second.
That's the death of a lot of us, is social media. Social media. They constantly feeding you with like all kinds of bullshit. TikTok, Instagram Reels, all these things, YouTube Shorts. That's just all time wasting, man. Like, you get on your phone trying to check it for like 5 minutes, you end up spending an hour, 2 hours, just like bullshitting.
Burner phone that only had essentials like Audible and Spotify or Uber on there. And in the same way, I knew that I focused better and felt better if I worked out first thing in the morning. In fact, my health had such a profound impact on my business that there was a direct correlation between the months I was on top of my fitness and diet and the months that I made the most money. So obvious, but sometimes you don't see it in them.
There are fat people who are successful too, though. So I don't know about that. These people, I guess it's just willpower and like what motivates you, your adversity. Like people like Rick Ross, look at him. He's fat but he's rich as too. Look at Fat Joe. He's fat, but he's, what I mean? So I don't know about that, but it's kind of true though. It's kind of true. Like mentally you feel better. You feel better. But I don't know about that. There's people that look at Lizzo, people who are chubby but still are making money. So I think it's I think it's willpower. Sometimes things that you want to change your family's life, those things can push you even if you're fat as fuck.
Moment. And that's why I had to create systems and make sure I was always on top of my game. Because if I didn't, then my non-business habits would begin to affect my business. So
True.
The lesson to be drawn from this is simply to evaluate your life. Once you've evaluated your life, be honest with yourself.
Yeah.
Identify
Honesty.
all the bad habits. Identify all the things that hold you back. And this is especially important in the beginning of your career. Because as I said, making money at that stage is just as much about the things you actively do as it is about the things that you don't do. So that means that you need to make sure that your inner state is allowing you to succeed. So make sure that your personal problems don't manifest in your business. Now, the next lesson you need to internalize is that you won't invest your way to riches. Now,
Number 3. Woo! Bah, 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 bah. Shots fired at Warren Buffett. You won't invest your way to riches. Well, back then you could. Even now you can, but there is new ways now to make money faster than wait till you're 60, like Mr. Buffett here.
Now, I know that when I say that, all of the finance gurus will come after me. But here's the deal. I am not saying that you shouldn't invest. You absolutely should. I started investing from a young age, and I'm very happy I built those habits. My only regrets is...
To me, I feel like investing is for people who already have made money, okay, who have money that can just sit there. That's why, like, rich people, kids, they invest because they just have a trust fund. They have money just sitting there. They can take 100K and put it into Dogecoin, and a couple of days later they go up 2% or whatever. But that little percentage is a lot of money because of the amount of money they put in. You know, I'm just using Dogecoin as an example, but there's all these Teslas, all these Bitcoins. You know what I mean? Like, people put money there when it was like, just even now somebody can put money in Bitcoin. Like, let's say it's on 46K right now, and a rich kid or somebody with some type of money puts like 100K, puts like 200K. Like, me and you can't do that. We ain't got no 100K just sitting right there. We ain't got no 10K just sitting right there. Like, oh yeah, let me just... I feel like investing in this kind of things for long term or for whatever profit, like whatever stocks, I feel like it's for people who already have a lot of money sitting there, and they just have like, okay, let me put this little 200K, let it just sit in Tesla, you know, let it sit in Amazon. But some of me and you who be working these regular jobs, we ain't got money just sitting there. So
is that I didn't start investing sooner. But when you only have a few $1,000s to your name, investing won't do anything for you.
it won't.
Let's just simply break down the math. Even if
True.
you invest $3,000 into the market, you might make what, $200 to $300 back. And when it comes to investing, it's all about risk to reward. That means that you need to analyze your potential upside, how much money you can make versus what it actually costs you to lose that. And when you're looking at costs, you need to think in terms of how it will impact your life. So consider this: you should never invest more than you're willing to lose. And that means you cannot get blindsided by the upside. Now, some of you might be thinking, but if I invest into this altcoin, I can 2x, 4x, maybe even 20x my money. Because bear in mind, each time someone has that 20x increase in their portfolio, someone else had to hold those losses. For every winner that there is in investing, there is a loser. So beyond the fact that the odds are extremely low, let me explain something else to you. When you're not actively making money, your risk of losing that $1,000 or $5,000 or $3,000, whatever it is you want to invest, is extremely high. Why? Well, because you don't know how to earn it back. So why would you invest the only money you have if you don't know how to actually make money? If you lost it, you wouldn't even know how to make it back.
Exactly my point.
Instead, let's
make money first.
To look at the alternative. If you invest just a fraction of that $5,000 into improving your skills, there's literally no limit as to how much you can earn. This is why you need to invest in yourself. You need to invest in skills that can produce.
I agree with him on that. Invest in yourself, invest in your skills, invest in, you know, a skill that can make you money. So investing in yourself is really big. You know, watching videos that educate you, people like Alex Hormozy, Graham Stephan, Sam Ovens, even though he doesn't upload anymore, which I don't like that. I liked him when anyways, invest in yourself.
More money. Whether that means going to business seminars, public speaking events, or spending $1,000 learning how to code, whatever it is, anything that can make you more valuable in the marketplace will generate you more money. And
it's funny how people can spend $20 every month or more on junk food, fast food, you know, drive-throughs, but they can't put that money towards, like, for example, like a program like his program, where they're getting access to all these money-making skills. You know, not just his course or whatever, just there's a bunch of courses you can invest. That's investing in yourself. A bunch of courses you can be taking online for less than $50, for less than $20 a month. But you spend this money on junk food. You know what I'm saying? Because, oh yeah, no, it's a scam. Well, you're going to keep saying it's a scam until you're 60, working in Walmart. You're the janitor now. You know what I mean? You expandable. They don't care about you. They can just fire you today and somebody else is going to flip burgers tomorrow, because who doesn't know how to flip a burger? Anybody can do your job. So invest in skills that not too many people can do, so that way you're valuable in life.
And those are the skills that are going to propel you to riches, not investing. You simply will not get lucky enough to turn $1,000 into $1 million by investing. It won't
happen unless it's Dogecoin, baby. Just kidding.
Happen. And honestly, even if by some miracle it did happen, you wouldn't be able to neither keep that million because you never earned it, nor multiply it because you wouldn't.
That's why people who win the lotto lose it.
That money, and you would just self-sabotage. And that's the next reason why you can never invest your way into riches. Being rich is only half about the money. The latter half of it, and the important half, is about being the person to be able to earn it. So once you're making money online, by all all means, toss it into the S&P 500. Maybe even invest it into some alternative assets, maybe watches, maybe even go buy some cars, restore it, whatever you're into. But for now, just focus on what it actually takes to earn money. Realize
That's
your
so
best
true.
investment will always be yourself and your skills. And listen, whether it's a digital launchpad and you decide to spend 74 cents a day, not even $1 a day for the best online education out there taught by the best mentors. So let's say you don't want to risk it and try it for a year. Let's say you just want to commit to 1 month, $37, the same amount of money you spend when you go to the cinema for 2 hours to watch some random bullshit.
So now he's pitching his course again,
Whether you decide to go for the 40% discount
or his platform again. I don't blame him, but hey.
on a yearly digital launchpad.
Same thing I was saying with the McDonald's thing. This is what he's saying. People spend all this money on fast food every day, every week, every freaking month, but they can't spend 37 on Mr. Ayman Ghazi so he can pull out in his Rolls Royce, the door opened for him by that dude. Dubai, baby. Give him that 37, man. Let him. He's hanging out in Dubai. But hey, at the end of the day, at least I would rather you spend that money on people like him, people like Hamosi and them, than spend it at McDonald's.
Plan or the monthly, whether you decide to get one of those or you spend $2,000 learning from a successful real estate agent, just shadowing him and telling them, hey, teach me all the tricks of the trade. How do I make $100,000 a year as a real estate agent? When you're first starting off and you're trying to become a millionaire, trying to become the person that can become a millionaire, there's no such thing as wasted money when you are investing in yourself. Because let's say you work with that coach for $2,000 and you even learn one thing. That one thing may not make you much money today, but in 9 months, 18 months, 25 months, whatever it is, that one thing you learn will make you so much more money than you spent on the investment into self-education itself. And as
True.
no altcoin is ever going to give you that. Because when you become
Dogecoin, baby.
make $1 million every single year consistently because you invested in yourself to learn the skills in order to do so, no one can take that away from you. No market change, no bull run, bear run. Oh, crypto's pumping again, so now all of a sudden I'm not poor. Dude,
All right.
shackles. You need to learn how to, and that's why
Number 4.
You need to learn to break the shackles. You need to learn.
Number 4, you need to learn how to let go of everything that's holding you back. Number 4, you need to learn how to let go of everything that's holding you back. Break the shackles, I guess is what he said. So let's see what's going on. What's holding you back, man? Let it go.
How to let go of everything.
It's been fun, but you gotta let it go. And let it go. Yeah, you gotta let it go.
Thing that's holding you back. So let's just do a simple thought experiment. What if tomorrow you got rid of everything that's not serving you? And I mean absolutely everything. So that everything you did in your life was designed with one goal in mind: success. What would your life look like if you lived like that for just 1 month? Now, what if that month turned into a year?
That's why if you're in your 20s, you don't have kids, you don't have all these expenses, that's the best time because it's less things you gotta let go of. But people like me right now who got kids, you know, there's a lot more things that I need to have to let go, and some things I can't let go.
It all starts with breaking those shackles today, and that means delete TikTok off your phone forever. Never.
I can't, bruh. I need TikTok. Just kidding.
Never download it again, unless you're making money with it. Now, don't just stop playing video games. Sell your console. Go to some store, go to some pawn shop, go somewhere. And
I don't play video games.
Once and for all. Go to your kitchen right now and just throw away all the unhealthy shit. All of it. You don't need it. Whatever it is that is holding you back, let that shit go. Make the decisions you know you need to make once and for all. And then watch yourself propel to the next level. Burn all of those bad bridges and let them light your way.
Adversity will make you do things that you think you wouldn't do. That's why if he didn't go through that adversity with his mom and stepdad and all that, I don't think he would be the person he is right now.
And so I had to make a promise. And so when I was 14 years old, I saw how badly my mom and I were struggling. And I promised her that no matter what it took, I would buy her her dream house and a Range Rover. And then 9 years later, I bought her her dream house for $4 million in cash. And
damn, bruh. You got people out here buying their moms $100,000 house. This dude said 4.4 million. That's a lot. So where's the Range Rover though? Just kidding. If you could buy a house for 4 million, what the hell is a Range Rover? You know, you can get one of those for like 100K, 50K, and to this dude, that's nothing.
There's a Range Rover parked in front of it. So lesson 5 and the final lesson is to make a promise to someone you love. And this doesn't have to be done out of desperation like it was for me, but it needs to be someone you love so deep.
Number 5, make a promise to someone you love. I don't know about that, but all right, whatever, Imani, tell us.
That you couldn't even conceive of breaking the promise. And that's what gives the promise its meaning. But this isn't an ordinary.
I feel like the best person you can make a promise to is yourself. You know what I mean? Just be honest with yourself. It's like, you know, it's embarrassing to be broke. It's embarrassing to be, for example, the person in your family that everybody's looking up to, and you went leveling up to do what you're supposed to do. It's embarrassing. It's humiliating. You know what I mean? Like, people ain't got $1,000 in their account. They ain't got 10K. It's embarrassing. Make a promise to yourself to be better. That's the only person I feel like you should promise. You know what I mean? You can't like it. You are the change you need to make. The person in the mirror is the person you need to make a promise to.
Very promise though. As much as it's a promise to the person you tell it to, it's also a promise to yourself. It's a promise that you will achieve everything you set out to do, both for the person that you love and for yourself. Making that promise to yourself often just isn't enough. So make it to the person you love and yourself. Now, ladies and gentlemen, those are the 5 lessons that, if you actually internalize, will set you on a path to becoming a millionaire in your 20s. The only thing that stands between you and that far-fetched goal now is a little bit of work. So get to it.
These are good lessons. I got nothing to conclude with. I got nothing to add to it. As you can see, I made my commentary during the video. So shout out to Imani. I always love his content, and he's a young man doing his thing, doing what a lot of us couldn't do in our 20s. So kudos to him. Shout out to him, and more blessings, man. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, man.